This is the Atomic Trivia War 9000. I'm your host, Jason Hawk, broadcasting here from Atomic Trivia headquarters in Ohio. Tonight, we have three contestants with us. They're the same ones you love and know from every single week. From Seattle, Washington, tonight we have Rochelle Mantaleone.
And we can't hear her. Nice.
She turned her mic off to eat a cookie.
Oh, hi, everyone. I was like all talking. Hi, guys.
So I called you Rochelle Mantaleone, and you didn't even, think twice.
No, because, Jeremy he just arrived with my tacos and my Amazon package. I got distracted.
So here's a little bit of a funny story. Right before this, I was recording Remote Patrol, Trust No One, the X-Files podcast with Richard Smith, which, by the way, you can get if you're a subscriber to Simply Everything at simplysyndicated.com.
Totally worth it.
Bell. There we go. I got my bell for plugging. So we happened to get around to talking just very, very briefly about Stargate SG-1. And I said, there's two of our really good friends who make a podcast called The Seventh Chevron, and it's all about Stargate SG-1. It's Rick Tatro and Ro...
You forgot my name?
Well, I thought Mantaleone, and I was like, no, that's not right. It's... And I had to finally ask Rich what your last name is. He was like, Mantanona. So there you are.
Okay.
Switching over to the north, the Great White North, Kevin Archibald from Toronto, Canada.
Glue, 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 glue.
What the hell was that?
That was the theme to the Great White North. Come on, man.
I thought the theme to the Great White North was inform. No,
man.
Boom, down.
That was the old one before we changed over to Drake. Now it's all Drake, man, wall to wall.
And then heading all the way south, going downtown, down south into my nether regions. It's from Costa Rica, Omar Hernandez.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Ro, it's not this. If it's Kevin singing, it should be like the hands in the back, the Drake thing where he's pushing an invisible thing.
When I envision in my mind's eye Kevin Archibald doing any kind of dance, it looks more like dances from Labyrinth than anything else.
Now, which are we talking? Are we talking about the fire eater kind of dancing, or are we talking about more like dance, magic dance, whatever?
No. You don't have David Bowie levels of cool. You have fire eater levels of meh.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I see. You know what? I've been called one of the fire eaters before. It's a thing.
Have you now?
I have.
Well, I hope that you know your movie stuff. If we're going to jump right into Labyrinth, that's a good launching off point for tonight's categories. We have with us tonight 25 questions. Last week we did Movie Masters. This week you need to strap yourselves in. You need to buckle up for Movie Masters 2 Electric Boogaloo. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah. Let's do it.
Do it now.
We're doing this through Kahoot, which is a cool little website that allows us to all play a trivia game against each other. Tonight we have K-Dog. That's Kevin, of course. We have Hi Af, which I don't even know what that means. That's code of some kind. That's Ro. And then we have Omar the Pirate.
I guess.
I refuse to use the nickname you put in there. I'm not going to say it.
I mean, you have to say it
because
the listeners want to know what it is.
Well, you put in there K-Dog Archiblam, as though that's your name or a take on your name. You're just pirating someone else's name, Omar.
It's complete. I mean, Kevin wrote it K-A-Y. I read it K-Dog.
That's cultural appropriation. You are co-opting
different.
My identity as a straight white male.
It feels like, Omar, that you just don't have enough self-worth, that you feel really reticent to embrace the inner you that is beautiful and use your own name.
No, fuck you. You're not going to get this from me.
All right, well, tonight, like I mentioned, we have those 25 questions. I hope that we can keep up the levity and the energy throughout them all, because 25, it's a lot of trivia to lose at, guys. And you are known for losing at trivia.
It's true.
And it started raining.
Here we go. Movie Masters 2, question 1. The plot of Disney's Operation Dumbo Drop, starring Charlize Theron, centered on what animal? Your choices. Was it a dog, an elephant, a chimpanzee, or a cow? Everybody rung in lightning fast on that one. I can't believe how quickly you all hit the buzzers for elephant, which is
Danny
the correct
Glover.
answer.
Danny Glover.
Yes, but Charlize Theron.
Charlize
Awful
Theron.
movie.
I have 1 point behind K-Dog. Oh my god.
Which one?
Did she play the elephant?
Oh, don't say that. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. How dare you, sir? How
She is the most
dare
beautiful
you?
woman in the world. That's very true. But sometimes she puts on makeup to uglify herself. So
Question 2. What actor escaped a banshee's clutches in 1959's Darby O'Gill and the Little People? Your choices are Sean Connery, Charlton Heston, Paul Newman, or Ernest Borgnine.
We all got it wrong. Yay.
You all got it wrong. Nobody chose the correct answer, which of
What the-
course, Sean Connery.
What's that movie? I've never heard
I
of
know.
it.
That was a guess.
we
Darby
watched that in
O'Gill.
school one time. It was terrible.
Yes. I remember seeing it in elementary school as well, but there was one holiday, and damned if I can't remember which one it was, but maybe thematically
Patrick's.
appropriate St. Patrick's Day. But there was one holiday every year where they would put this on television, and it was a story about Ireland, the land of little people, as we all know.
Okay.
Lilliputians, as they're called. That's the politically correct term. And there was something about stealing the leprechaun's gold and then the
That's
banshee
right.
chasing them down because I don't remember.
I don't think I got quite that far into it.
But a very, very young and energetic and virile Sean Connery.
Okay.
Sounds stupid.
Is this pre-Bond?
Way pre-Bond. Well, Bond was 1967, I believe, was the first Bond movie. Dr. No. So this would have predated that by 8 years, if in fact my numbers are on.
Mm-hmm.
2 of you, by the way, chose Ernest Borgnine. I would pay to see that movie. Kevin, K-Dog Archiblam, which as you all remember is Omar the pirate, is in the lead. Omar, I don't even want to hear any complaining this week from you. You're on fleek, as the kids would say.
Oh god, I hate that term.
Question 3. What was the only film in which George Lazenby portrayed James Bond? Was it From Russia with Love,
Oh,
Moonraker, Octopussy, or On Her Majesty's Secret Service?
Kevin.
I think one of the K-Dogs got this.
It's one of the K-Dogs did, sir.
I think that Kevin would naturally get this one, being the Anglophile that he portends to be. The correct answer, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. You guys had a complete spread on this one. Everybody chose a different answer.
Why do you do so much Bond shit on these?
I've not seen this either. I'm not a fan of Bond, but I've just picked it up enough from like those movies you should see and things because those guys are mad about that stuff. So
There are more than 20 Bond movies. I have seen the vast majority of them. I think there might be 1 or 2 still that I've never just sat down and watched, but I love Bond movies. They're a great part of culture. You know, they show back when you could slap women and hold women down
What?
until they wanted to have sex with you. You know,
yeah.
the good old days. Make England great again, guys.
Wow. Maybe now that they've Brexited, that they can bring that back.
In all seriousness, though, cool little devices that he gets to use and manly gun shooting with tiny little guns.
No, Jason, just no. All of that, no.
Question 4. Set near Seattle, this 1987 family comedy starred John Lithgow, Melinda Dillon, and Don Amesh. Your answers are, or prospective answers are, Santa Claus the Movie, Footloose, Harry and the Hendersons, and The World According to Garp.
Damn
And
it.
even before I started in on Santa Claus the Movie, all 3 of you had rung in with Harry and the Hendersons, the correct answer. Is
That
this
was,
one you hold near and dear to your heart?
Yeah.
No.
Is it? I've seen it, but no, it was not near and dear to my heart. They made a show of this too, didn't they?
Yes.
They did in syndication, right? I can't remember who played Harry though, because didn't the original Harry die?
Yeah. Some big dude.
I think the original Harry
Yeah.
died.
The real question here is who gives a fuck?
I do. Harry and the Hendersons was a great movie. It told us how to love.
So
right?
no one. The answer is no one then.
No, Omar, you go away. Get out of
Okay.
here. We don't want you here anymore.
Okay, I got some
Go.
trivia here. So the guy who played Harry was Kevin Peter Hall, also played the Predator. So
Yeah, that's been a trivia question a couple times on this show, I think.
has it? I don't know if it has.
I think
pretty
it has.
All right.
The first person in the Predator suit, by the way, was
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
it was Jean-Claude Van Damme,
How about that?
and he got fired after like 2 days or something stupid. So K-Dog is in a lead, pretty good, healthy lead by the Kahoot scoreboard.
By one
Question
question.
5: which of these X or NC-17 rated movies won an Oscar? Was it Midnight Cowboy, Showgirls, Orgasmo, or Bad Lieutenant? See how I stressed the word
knew it was
Orgasmo?
Midnight Cowboy. God damn it.
Yeah, we're in Oscar territory.
I have never watched any of those movies.
You've never seen Orgasmo?
You never seen Showgirls?
None of them.
How can you not see Showgirls? It's a classic.
For my money, these are all classics. But Kevin gets that one right clearly to improve on his lead. Let's see what question 6 does for the standings. What name did the T-Birds give their car in the 1978 classic Grease? Did they call it Blue Moon, the Pink Lady, Sandy, or Greased Lightning? Oh, everybody gets this one correct.
Duh.
Greased Lightning.
Fuck you. Now I
What-
have the
It's
song
weird
in my-
because I've never watched this movie either.
No, neither have I.
You know, this was one that was seemingly always on in our household when I was a little kid.
It was a popular thing amongst like
Sad.
girls. Oh my god! It was like Grease. I'm like, what's Grease? I'm like, what the hell is this shit? What's up?
It was
What?
that early 80s nostalgia for the 1950s. You know how we were all looking back being like, oh, we love Happy Days. But it had music
Yeah.
Mhm.
and also
much, yeah.
very poor decisions by the main characters. Kevin, you're on fire, according to Kahoot. You've won several questions in a row, so you've got the multiplier going for you in the points. That's important going into the next question.
Fire in the disco.
In what state was the Callahan Auto Parts plant located in the
Uh-oh.
Chris Farley film Tommy
Uh-oh.
Boy? Was it in Ohio, Michigan, Illinois, or Pennsylvania?
Fuck.
Of course,
The
it's gonna
correct
be
answer-
Ohio.
Of course it's going to be Ohio.
You got to play the host. Don't play the game. Play the host.
Forget.
Jason's adoptive state, right? It was in Sandusky, Ohio, home of Cedar Point, the roller coaster capital of the world.
There you go.
Accessible within 30 minutes of me, by the way.
I'm pretty sure this was a question before on this show.
I think that I saved this one for quite some time before repeating it. You'd have to go back several years to find Tommy Boy and Ohio. One person missed it. Was it you, Ro? Ah, ha, 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 ha. That means the Kevins are on the top.
That's what you said.
Question number 8. What singer-actress played the Acid Queen in The Who's film adaptation of the rock opera Tommy? Was it Tina Turner, Olivia Newton-John, Debbie Harry, or Cher? Correct answer? No one got it. She with the legs was Tina Turner.
Because
Okay.
no one watched this movie.
Nobody's ever
Or
really enjoyed...
This thing.
You've never enjoyed Tommy? Pinball Wizard and all that?
I'm
No.
going to stand with Quentin Tarantino on this one and say nobody likes The Who. They just pretend to.
Really?
Yeah, that's his thing. That's what he says.
You
Nah.
don't get into, you don't like rock out in the car listening to Bob O'Reilly or Won't Get Fooled Again? Nothing? These things don't send an electric thrill through your spine?
Behind Blue Eyes, and that's it. Behind Blue Eyes, I can get behind. That's it.
Bob O'Reilly is pretty good as well.
So K-Dog's still on top. Question 9. Which color is used as a motif in The Sixth Sense on doorknobs, writing, balloons, and cards? Did M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong use green, blue, red, or purple? 2 of you got the correct answer, which is
I don't remember.
red.
It's weird because red is behind yellow, green is behind red, blue is actually blue, and purple is green.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that setting this up.
It's like one of those mind tricks.
Yeah, but if you go back and watch that movie, it's the only brilliant thing, and it is sincerely a brilliant movie that M. Night Shyamalan did.
It's basically the only one.
Yeah, he
It's
colors
incredible
a lot
how
as hints.
well, that's a really good thing to use, especially in a horror movie. Coincidentally, I was reading a little bit this week about Jack White and the White Stripes, how they chose to do their minimalist presentations using just black, white, and red. And I was reading about that like just a couple of hours after making this question. I was like, oh, well, maybe there's something that ties them together. I couldn't find anything that tied any of that together.
I think that would be a stretch.
A little bit of a stretch, but still, black, white, red as an interesting minimalist motif. Whatever. Question number 10. Not counting Ewok song lyrics, who speaks the last line in Return of the Jedi? Was it Princess Leia, Luke Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, or Han Solo? A little bit of a thinker on this one, I think, since you guys aren't rushing to answer.
Yes. He's
One
my brother.
person.
He's
my brother.
Oh, it's not like that, Kevin. He's my brother.
I had Han. I thought he said something, but he didn't. Anyhow.
Well, no, he said, when Luke gets back, I won't stand in your way. That whole thing.
Yeah.
Where he says it's not like that. He ain't heavy. He's my
Are you
brother.
sure it's not Obi-Wan Kenobi's ghost saying I'm too old for this shit?
No.
He says I'm stuck with.
Who got that right? Who got that right?
He says I'm stuck with Anakin in the afterlife. Help.
By the way, here's some sub-trivia. Here's additional bonus trivia for you. Did you know that the word Ewok is never used in The Return of the Jedi?
Yes, it's a marketing triumph of George
It was
Lucas.
used on the toys, yeah. And in, of course, Ewok's Caravan of Courage.
The Ewok Adventure.
K-Dog remains quite steadfastly in the lead going into question number 11. Bruce is Bruce Willis's middle name. What is his real first name? Is it John, Chester, Flanagan, or Walter?
It's like a John McClane.
Yeah. It's not John McClane. It is, in fact, Walter. Who got that one right?
That's me, buddy. I'm opening a beer for him.
Oh,
I know he's Bruno when he sings.
That's right. It's his, I was looking. If Bruno was there, I would have chose Bruno.
Yeah.
That one's a little bit tricky. I just want to point how the mighty have fallen. Omar, you've slipped behind since your initial domination in this game.
I had one correct, and that was it. I had the first one correct, and then I bombed the rest of them.
I mean, one correct is about your average for each game, right?
Yes, that's about average.
Question 12. Before Harrison Ford, Ben Affleck, and Chris Pine, who played CI analyst Jack Ryan? Was it Alec Baldwin, Sean Connery, Kurt Russell, or Clint Eastwood? So Omar did not get this one right. Come on, Omar.
Who was CIA analyst Jack Ryan?
Hunt for Red
Present
October.
Danger, Patriot Games, Hunt for Red October.
No, none of them.
He was a white guy in the CIA.
Tonight we sail into destiny.
So the correct answer here is Alec Baldwin. Kevin has talked about this so many times about how he loves Kevin Baldwin? Alec Baldwin. Are you one of the Baldwins?
I have not said that I love Alec Baldwin, but I do love Hunt for Red October. It is a very enjoyable film.
By the transitive property, do you not then love Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin pops up in a lot of things that I love, but I do not have a lot of effect. I will not go out of my way to see one of his things.
Oh, that's too bad. I rather like him in things, except for maybe The Shadow.
Yeah,
I would think he only has one thing.
He actually has a good podcast. I don't know if you've heard it. What's it called? Something. But he interviews people, and he's really, really smart. You'd be surprised at how smart that he is.
If you could just hold on for a moment, I need time because I'm Googling something.
Okay. What you're Googling what is Alec Baldwin's podcast?
No, you said it was called something, so that's what I'm Googling, since you were so helpful.
Well, you're welcome. Okay, I will. Here's the thing it's called, and it's on public radio. But here's the next question. Go.
When the jurors first vote in 12 Angry Men, whose character casts the sole not guilty vote? Is it Henry Fonda, Lee Cobb, Jack Klugman, or Ed Begley? Correct answer. 2 of you got it this time. 2 of you may or may not have seen this movie. I hope that all 3 of you have, but Henry Fonda.
I just don't know the name of the actors.
You have seen the movie then,
tough.
all 3 of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a great
Rose
movie.
shaking her head. No.
You haven't seen this film? This is like the godfather of single setting films. And I love single setting films, and this is like the one that they all point to as the godfather of everything happens in one room kind of deal.
Yeah,
All
this is
but
the one
3
that,
minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes at the very beginning happen outside of the jurors' room. Then the rest of it is basically a stage play, because guess what? It was adapted from a stage play.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I know friends who've seen it like in a pub.
Lots of amazing names in there. You could learn a thing or two also about the ethics of justice by watching that movie. I wish that everybody had to watch that as a civics course. It's a good movie. Next. Kevin's on fire once again, by the way. Question 14. We named the dog. Oh, sorry. We named the dog Indiana. What was Indiana Jones' real first name in the films? Was it Winston, Richard, Charles, or Henry? You should all get this one right. And you do.
I didn't know.
Correct answer, Henry, Hank, Harold.
Henry Jr.
It's Henry.
I did not know that.
Hey, guys, guess what? I wrote that question while watching The Last Crusade the other day.
Nice.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
I was
This
looking
movie
through the
sucked.
channels. It was on Sci-Fi.
I guess it fits.
And you know what? It really holds up very, very well. And Elsa, yes,
No.
is still an incredibly attractive Nazi.
Yeah, it's too bad we never saw her again.
Those movies are not good, Jason.
I will say that I don't really enjoy the first two movies anymore, especially Temple of Doom. But The Last Crusade will always have a place
How can you
deep,
not
deep
enjoy?
within my balls.
How can you not enjoy Raiders?
The spoilerific thing when it was pointed out that Indiana Jones has no agency in the film, that everything happens around him despite his actions. He has no positive or negative bearing on anything that occurs. That really shattered the veneer for me, shattered the illusion. Also, it looks pretty aged.
They're digging in the wrong place. Oh, it's just so many good parts. Like, it just has so much heart. Like the one Nazi who's like Hail Hitler, and he has like the thing burned on his hand. Just so many memorable parts.
It's not that I actively hate it. It's just that I have no ambition to see it any longer. It's worn out its appeal.
Okay, so Last Crusade, and you still think that the Nazi girl is still hot?
Duh.
I guess the question is, if you were there and she had revealed herself as a Nazi to you, Jason, would you still?
I love my wife very, very much, and yes, yes, I would.
Okay.
Question 15. What film has characters named Machine Gun Joe, Matilda the Hun, and Nero the Hero? Is it Westworld, Zardoz, Condor Man, or Death Race 2000? Now,
One of
you
the
had
best
all-
movies.
it
course.
is. You had all damned better well get this correct, and you did. Because guess what? We watched this. And I
We
need to
watched-
go back and...
We watched this. We watched Condor Man. We need to watch Westworld, I'm thinking.
I think we do need to watch Westworld, but I need to go back and listen to the podcast where we reviewed Death Race 2000.
With
Because it was
Rob,
the
actually,
first
actually.
time... It was with Rob Duffy, who did a lot of editing work for us for a very long time and is still super wicked awesome.
Close to our heart.
But Death Race 2000 was the first time I'd seen it, and it blew me away. I was expecting crappy movie, and I got crappy awesome movie. Best of all possible worlds. So everybody got Death Race 2000 correct. Question 16. What was Johnny Depp's first movie? Your choices: A Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween, or The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. What was Johnny Depp's first movie? And you all got it right. Of course it's A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Hey.
Of course. Of course.
Dragged into the bed and spit out his pool of blood.
Now, you might have noticed that these questions in the middle have been a little bit easier. That's to boost your self-esteem before I tear you back down again.
Was that before or after 21 Jump Street, I wonder?
I believe it was before. I think it was the very first credit he had. Almost positive.
Almost positive. I'm actually
Almost
looking at that.
positive. I did look it up.
yeah,
I'm saying
okay.
that I'm positive.
Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street comes 84, 21 Jump Street not till 87 after Crybaby and Platoon, and then Edward Scissorhands follows right after 21 Jump Street. So there that is.
Yeah. I mean, they couldn't do 21 Jump Street until Richard Grieco's hair was properly greased, and that takes a while. So,
Okay.
question 17. What was John Candy's last movie? We went from first to last. What was John Candy's last movie? Was it Who's Harry Crumb, Canadian Bacon, Cool Runnings, or JFK? And the correct answer, you all got it again. Good job, everybody. Canadian Bacon. Boink.
I liked Cool Runnings.
I like
Yes.
Cool Runnings too.
Have you seen Canadian Bacon, by the way?
No.
Bro,
Have
Omar?
seen Canadian Bacon, have seen Who's Harry Crumb, and have seen JFK. John Candy was a legend, man. A legend.
I love when John Candy gets pulled over in Canadian Bacon by Dan Aykroyd, and he's like, "You've spray painted a lot of offensive things on the side of your truck. You need to spray paint them in French as well as English, sir." He gets out and puts all the swearing in French as well. It's such a great scene.
I think that joke was probably lost on me when I saw the movie for the first time, which was probably like 1989.
Let it be known, though, that Canadians were all wetting themselves to that joke.
That's a very funny joke. I grew up close to Montreal, as you know, so I get the joke. But the thing is that, is it law in Quebec that you have to have all signs in both languages?
I think now it's gone so extreme that you can't even have it in English. I think you have to be like French only for a lot of Quebec and Montreal.
Really?
That's a thing. Yeah, it's a bit too far.
I got lost going to Montreal once. Lisa was with me. It was one of the first times that we ever went far and abroad together. We got our, we got in our car. We drove up into Quebec. We crossed the St. Lawrence Seaway. And before long, I had no idea what the signs were saying anymore, despite several years of French. I was like, a droite? Doesn't that mean that I'm doing well? I'm a droite at this.
I think you sound like you sound like the guys from what's that Vegas movie with Johnny Depp? Like the two of you just driving around in a haze. Can't stop here. This is bad country.
Yes. Question 18. What real pro wrestler got in the ring as Bonesaw McGraw in 2002's Spider-Man? Are we talking about Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, or Stone Cold Steve Austin? So after a few questions where everybody got it right, this one only goes to Ro. Well done, Ro.
Wow.
Correct answer, Macho Man Randy Savage. Snap into a Slim Jim, Ro.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, I thought he's one of the wrestlers who've died, but no.
Yeah, I thought so as well.
So two of you chose Stone Cold Steve Austin, which for 2002 would have been the time-appropriate wrestler. I thought I'd at least get one of you with Hulk Hogan, though.
Nah.
Do you think 2002 Spider-Man still holds up, by the way?
No,
No,
it really doesn't.
I'm gonna wager that Spider-Man 2 does, because that is downright good Spidey action there.
No, come on. It was bad. It was bad when it came out. It's bad now, Kevin.
Number 2 was not bad when it came out.
No,
After
number 2 was very
Octopus,
good when it came out. But the whole
we're talking about the Doc Ock
Spider-Man
one, right?
metaphor.
Yes, Doc Ock. That was a good one. That was the only good one.
The Green Goblin stuff is a little bit overkill.
Yeah, that's too comic booky for me.
Badly executed. Question 19. Which of these heroes does not appear in the 2000 X-Men movie alongside Sir Patrick Stewart? Is it Iceman, Nightcrawler, Rogue, or Storm? Which does not appear in the 2000 X-Men movie? The correct answer, 2 of you have it, but 1 of you does not. Who missed it?
Ro, is your mic on?
I forgot.
We haven't heard you in a while, Ro.
Yeah, I
You've
forgot.
been like silent for like half this show. You have your mic on.
Kind of been enjoying it.
Oh, whatever. I got it wrong.
Ro missed it. She went for Iceman, but no, Bobby Drake was there. Nightcrawler is the correct answer.
That's right. He doesn't come in until number 2.
Well done, 2 of you.
Yeah. Do you think that one holds up?
No.
Original X-Men
2?
original
those
X-Men.
movies are bad. Those
X-Men
movies
2 was incredible.
Yeah,
X-Men 1.
but go
X-Men
back.
2 is good. No,
Go
I watched
back.
it. I'm totally okay
Go
with
back
it.
and watch it.
I'm
Nah.
totally okay with X-Men 2 with Wolverine just tearing up them special
Yes.
agents coming in the
Yeah,
mansion.
that part is good. I'll give you that,
Nightcrawler
but
as
it's not
well.
a good movie.
Nightcrawler in the White House at the beginning. Oh my goodness.
But it's
That
not a
was
good
insane.
movie.
It is a good movie.
I really, really do like X-Men, the first movie. However, it has the worst line in movie history, possibly.
What?
Which being...
The Toad thing.
Yes, when Storm says,
you know what happens to a toad when it's struck by lightning?
The same thing that happens to everything else.
It's like, guys, I got this really good setup line. All we got to think of is like a payoff line. They couldn't think of anything. I
The
like it
beginning
because
of the demise for Halle Berry.
I like it because it was filmed around my house as well. So I on my way to work, I go past like 6 or 7 things that were in that original film.
They're all trees. Spoilers.
Yeah, they're all trees.
Because your house is just the forest part in the middle of the snow. Forget it. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. Okay, you know the train station where Rogue they get and they have that big confrontation where they have like Rogue over the shoulder and all that. That's actually 2 train stations in Hamilton, Ontario, where I go past every day.
Wasn't that where the Toad line happened?
No, that was the Statue of Liberty, which is in Burlington, Ontario. They built the feet of the Statue of Liberty, by the way.
No, I think the toad thing was in the train station.
I'm pretty sure it was. Who knows? Who knows?
I don't remember.
No, I'm gonna say I'm sticking
Don't
with
remember.
the statue.
Don't care.
Question 20. Vent in Quebec. Top Gun lied. F-5E Tigers were actually used instead of these aircraft. Was it F-16s, F-18s, A-10s, or MiG-28s? Kevin is raising his hands in triumph because
It's the enemy ships.
F-5E Tigers were used for those MiGs. No one's ever seen a MiG up that close before, Kevin.
Including the audience. They had no
How did
idea
you-
what a MiG looked like.
How did you see the pilot? Because we were inverted.
Yeah.
Right?
We were inverted. We just took the picture upside down.
A-10s, by the way, are Warthogs. They didn't appear in
Yeah.
the movie at all. I love them, though. Had to put that in there. Love the A-10 Warthog. That's a badass plane.
That was like the Gulf War's most valuable player.
The Warthog has been used for like 30 years. It's solid. And the Air Force is like, yeah, we don't need to get rid of that. It does the job really well. Next question here. And Kevin is so far in the lead that I think this is a foregone conclusion at this point. And
No, if someone gets on fire.
yeah,
the
but
next
you
5
gotta remember,
This is the next 5 questions. Rogue can still win.
right, if everybody else gets all the questions right and Kevin gets all the questions wrong from here on out, then he might have a chance at losing. But look, I know what the questions are.
Yeah.
I know what's coming. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Kevin might like some films.
Hey.
So, Kevin likes movies, I've heard.
It's true. Secret
Question 21. What film holds the record for most weekends, 16, in the top spot at the U.S. box office? Is it E.T., Titanic, Avatar, or Home Alone?
Oh.
Everybody missed E.T. E.T. is still the longest running #1 movie in America. It was up there for like many months.
That's true. There was nothing else out at that time.
I'd rather it be E.T. than Titanic or Avatar.
Actually, Kevin, I think I'm going to have to Google this, but I'm pretty sure E.T. had lots of stiff competition in the box office. Just
Really?
nothing could shake it. It was amazing for its time.
E.T.
What?
went strong until
In the theater with E.T.
until Empire.
I don't know. I'm going to have to do some. I'm going to have to do some extra Googling to figure that one out.
Avatar gets a lot of shade thrown its way, but I dig Avatar. I dig it.
You know, it's on TV pretty regularly, and I never, ever want to sit and watch it. There's absolutely no appeal. It was very solidly set in the year that it was set in, which was what, like 2005?
See, I don't have TV in that way, so I never flip to things. But once in a while, we do watch it. You have to watch it on purpose, and it's good, solid.
No.
2009 was Avatar. Sorry,
Something wrong today because you and Jason are not making any sense.
Titanic is what all three of you erroneously chose. E.T. was the correct answer. Moving on to the next question. 22. What search engine do the bad guys use in the Nicolas Cage epic National Treasure? The best movie of all time, by the way. Absolute top.
On HBO Go.
Do the bad guys use Google, Yahoo, Ask.com, or Bing? Correct answer. The bad guys, of course, they use Yahoo. The good guys use Google. That's how that works.
Yeah. The good guys use Google? Really?
The good guys use Google. The bad guys use Yahoo. I think that history is
watched
out is the
this
correct
shit?
decision.
Yeah, not me, but that is funny. It's like in 24, all the bad guys would use like PCs, and the good guys would use Macs. It was quite the marketing coup.
Omar, you deride National Treasure as shit, but have you seen it?
I think I only saw the first one.
The first one is kind of fun. I really liked it.
I
You just
think
like
it's
the
fun.
the hot blonde curator woman.
You know what?
I actually
think
can't remember her at all. The look, sometimes a movie isn't about a deep exploration of the inner workings of the universe and your mind and how the two meld. It's just about, hey,
Look,
Nicolas Cage is up there being goofy.
Jason, I like a movie called Jesus Christ Vampire Hunter. I am not into deep movies, and this movie is shit.
Here's the thing, yeah, and here's the thing as well. I mean, it is kind of jingoistic. It is kind of like the treasures of the United States of America, and I'm willing to say that
it was also the treasures of like Rome and Egypt. So
was
wrong.
it.
Yeah.
I just remember them like looking in Ben Franklin's things and then finding something in the Constitution, and then
was over in England, and they
All right.
brought it to America.
all I'm saying is, if this was like Canadian national treasures, I think I would
It'd
feel
just be
as
syrup.
I think I would feel as warmly about it as you guys do.
Does Canada even have treasures? I mean, what landmarks do you have?
We have a big pile of oil. How about that?
Oh, sure, go all Trump on us, just like you do. Okay, so Omar, I can't respect you if you don't like a little bit of Nick Cage.
Oh, I like Nick Cage.
Okay.
I like Gone in 60 Seconds, The Rock, Con
And
Air.
National Treasure.
Not National Treasure.
Oh.
Kick-Ass. By the way, Kick-Ass. What social network do they use in Kick-Ass exclusively? MySpace. It's all MySpace.
Oh,
That's the
wow.
most unbelievable
That really
part
dates
of
that
Kick-Ass.
movie.
MySpace was holding on by its fingernails at that point, and they obviously paid a lot of money to be there.
Question 23, drawing toward the close here. What color is the tuxedo that Lloyd, that's Jim Carrey, dons in Dumb and Dumber? Was it pink, mint green, orange, or powder blue?
The other one was powder blue. Dang it.
Yeah, Harry's was powder blue, but no,
That's
Lloyd's
right.
was orange,
That's
bright
right.
neon orange, and nobody got that
I
one.
knew it was orange or powder blue, but I couldn't remember which one was which.
One of you went for mint green, the other two took the powder blue feint. Question number 24. In The Godfather, what product does Don Corleone insist he deals in? Is he a dealer of Chianti, olive oil, Parmesan cheese, or tomatoes?
I totally guessed that.
Of course he's a dealer in olive oil.
Olive oil.
So olive oil is the correct answer. All three of you got it.
I'm
Kevin is
surprised
the
that we all
winner
got
at this point, though.
I'm surprised that we all got that.
I'm in second
Well
again. Woo!
No, we have one more question. Anything
One
can
more
happen.
question.
Anything.
Summerisle, Scotland was the setting for what 1973 horror film about a pagan ritual? Was it The Changeling, The Hills Have Eyes, The Dunwich Horror, or The Wicker Man? And everybody got this one too. Congratulations, everybody. The Bees, the Bees.
Would you really call this a horror movie?
There's no bees in the original, dude. There's no bees in the 1973 one.
I know, but the best thing about The Wicker Man, which is the correct answer, are all the memes that sprung up around Nicolas Cage running around in a bear suit, tumbling around, screaming the bees, punching women's.
Have any of you seen the original besides
I
myself?
haven't seen either.
No.
I have
Well,
seen.
I saw the Radiohead music video.
Right. That should have been enough for you to like go and find the original, which is really like a unique piece of cinema. It's a thing, and it has Rod Stewart's wife being really naked and sexy, so much so that Rod Stewart tried to buy all the original copies of this so that no one would see his wife all naked and sexy. So
I've seen
there's
the
that.
middle of this movie, and I said I don't really care. Don't really care.
Okay.
All right, so that's it for this evening's trivia explorations. We've got K-Dog up at top with 20,499 points, according to Kahoot. Hi, Af, and Frank, obviously. Hi, and Frank.
Hi,
with
Anne Frank.
14,733 points. And K-Dog Archiblam / Omar the Pirate at 11,687 points. A good showing by everybody tonight. You got a lot of them right. Everybody did. It was good all around. But staying in line with our movie theme, I really want to talk to you guys about two different things. First of all, earlier today I emailed you and said, hey, let's talk about guilty pleasure movies. I want to hear what is your guilty pleasure movie that you always want to throw in that you don't really want to talk about. Let's start with Ro, because I assume it's Twilight.
No. Like Devil Wears Prada. The other one with Anne Hathaway when she was with Disney. Like the
the one where she always has to tell the truth?
No, the one where she's a princess. Like she ends up being a princess.
Oh, Princess Diaries?
Yeah, Princess Diaries. Those are some of my favorite ones. Those are so cute. And I also like the one with Kate Bosworth where she's surfing. I forgot.
Pacific Blue, I think.
Yeah,
it is?
I think it's Pacific Blue. I can't really remember any of these movies right now. I do apologize.
It's Blue Crush.
Blue Crush,
Blue
yes.
It's Blue
Pacific
Crush. I
Blue.
watched it last night.
No, Pacific Blue is the cop drama on USA.
Oh God, no.
Oh.
But no, I really love the Princess Diaries. It's girly. It's girly and fun and silly, and I also love Devil Wears Prada because that's fashion. Like some of the fashion stuff is cool, and it's also Anne Hathaway. So
Are you into the fashion, Ro?
not really, but I'm into like when they do that kind of stuff in some movies, which is really cool.
Do you like to, from time to time, dress up and get all dolled up?
Not really, not anymore.
What do you mean? Like, did you used to? What do you mean not anymore?
Well, I don't really go out as much, and I work at home, so yeah, that's effort. I'm not leaving the home, so why should I put on makeup or? I mean, I'll brush my teeth and take a shower.
But deep down inside, Ro is still just a little girl who wants to be a princess.
Sometimes.
That's fine. we all are that. Omar especially.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Omar, your guilty pleasure movies?
The thing is, I'm really not embarrassed about anything I watch.
Omar
Good
has no
man.
shame. No shame.
I literally have no shame.
Not even a little teeny tiny bit. There's nothing that you just kind of
No.
wavered on telling us.
I mean, I will admit, I actually liked the movies Ro mentioned.
Well, yeah, because he loves Gilmore Girls. Why would he feel
Of
guilty?
course. I mean, I liked Felicity. Come on.
I liked
Wow.
Felicity too. Yeah, that
Wow.
was a good one.
I never watched any of that shit.
Lisa and I watched that when we were dating in college.
No, you can
Carrie
say
Russell. I've
guilty,
always had a thing for her.
a guilty pleasure could be the fact that I like watching crappy movies. Like
Crappy
horror
movies are
movies
awesome.
and like martial arts movies. I'm into that, but again, I'm not embarrassed to admit it.
Well, what movies would you say are bad and you love? Like the worst that have your love somehow for some reason.
Rikyo, I think, is one of those. Singham, an Indian cop movie. Both the Tamil version and the Bollywood version are. Shivaji the Boss as well. That's another Indian movie. I mean,
See,
there's a lot.
Are these like Bollywood films with actual singing and dancing?
Yes. The
Wow.
4 hour long movies. I mean,
Oh
they're-
my! I watched one of those because of my Indian coworker made me, and that was enough. I didn't want to ever watch one again.
See, here's something that most listeners probably haven't twigged to, which is despite Omar's cool demeanor and his sexy Hispanic accent and the fact that he lives in Costa Rica, he's actually Indian. His real name is Jamalio.
I don't think Jamalio is really an Indian name.
No.
I don't know any Indian names.
I
Wow.
don't know.
Jamalio. So he. God damn it.
I didn't want to call him something stereotypical, so I made something up on the spot. Sue me.
Sounds like a rapper who's trying to be Indian.
You can also sue me for my love in terrible movies. My guilty pleasures, I thought of two of them to share with you tonight. The first is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I really like that movie, and Lisa
It's
makes
a
fun of
fun
me
movie.
endlessly. It is. It is. It's really fun. It has some terrible, cheesy moments in the middle, but for the most part, first, Angelina Jolie is incredible. I love that woman. I will marry her the second that she divorces Brad Pitt. And that's the thing. It's the two of them together. They're the most beautiful people in the world, with the exception of Charlize Theron. If the three of them ever had a three-way, I think the entire world would crack open. Like a big egg.
Just because they're pretty.
Yeah, they're that pretty.
I mean, yeah, they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, but it ain't all that after a while.
But the inherent conceit of the movie is that there's two assassins and they don't know that they're married to each other, and they think that they're each pulling the hoodwink over the other, and I really like that. It's the whole mistaken identity Freaky Friday thing.
They know they're married to each other. They don't know they're assassins.
Yes, thank you, Omar, you pedant.
I mean, you're the idiot. Don't blame me for your mistakes.
Shut up, hole. So the other one that I thought about bringing up here was that I watched The Proposal again.
Oh my god, this is like the 20th time you've seen it, isn't it?
Which movie was that?
That's the one with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds.
Ah, yes.
They go to Alaska and like she's his boss.
That's a fun movie as well.
I was flipping through the channels and it came on TNT and it was still pretty early, and I was like, well, the kids are asleep. Lisa's outside. No one's going to know.
It's fine.
I can watch it. Just sit here, I'm going to lie on my bed, pretend that I'm watching something really super manly. But instead I'm going to be watching The Proposal. And guys, it's pretty funny.
I'm not laughing at you because it's a feminine movie. I was laughing because it's not the best movie of either Ryan Reynolds or Sandra Bullock when it comes to rom-coms. So
there's a little part of me deep down inside that loves romantic comedies.
But there's better ones than that.
But I like it. So, Kevin, help dig me out of this hole here. What are your guilty pleasures?
Oh, we lost Kevin. We can't hear him anymore.
You're muted, Kevin.
No,
You're muted.
We can't hear you, Kevin. Write it on chat and we'll say what it is.
Can you fix your audio there, Kevin? Our one viewer on YouTube Live is really upset that you're not coming through.
Oh, someone's watching us on YouTube Live.
This is what happens when you're trying to set up something else and not focused on the podcast, Kevin.
Yeah, he was thinking about Overwatch. He was more concerned about that.
I'm actually watching Thursday Night Football from Twitter. It's awesome.
He says Superman 2. He loves Superman 2, but that's not a guilty pleasure. I mean, it's objectively not a good movie anymore, Kevin.
It's a bad movie.
It's a very bad movie. I watch it whenever I'm sick, he says. It's basically Kevin's Price is Right.
Price is Right.
This is ridiculous. I'm not going to transcribe everything that you say, Kevin. You just lose tonight.
I watch it whenever I'm sick, and by the end, when he beats up that guy at the bar, I feel better.
That makes you a bad person. See, because of the way that the time travel works in that movie, by the time that Superman goes back in time, the guy has not committed the initial offense that pissed Clark off to begin with, and therefore does not deserve the punishment. This is a pre-crime kind of catch-22 situation. No. There is time travel in Superman 2. Yes.
Yes, there is, Kevin.
Are you insane? That's Superman 1, he says. I don't know. I don't want to watch it to disprove you. It's objectively bad movie.
They're all bad.
The worst movie you've ever seen, Ro.
See, I don't really remember them anymore because I don't want to think about them.
You've suppressed them. You convinced yourself that you were at Disneyland instead.
Yeah, like The Last Witch Hunter. That's the only one that came to mind.
Well, The Last Witch Hunter was kind of good, though. Don't you want to go see it again just for Vin Diesel?
No, hell no. I'd rather watch Fast and the Furious again, all whatever of them, or Triple X before I watch that.
Pitch Black, man. Come on, Riddick.
Yeah, Riddick. Yeah. But I like Triple X.
Oh, man. I've been hungering to see Riddick again. I can't wait. I hope that comes out on Netflix at some point.
Dude, new Triple X movie. That looks really cool.
Kevin, by the way, says the worst movie he ever saw was The Mighty Ducks 2.
Shut your mouth,
Fuck
Kevin.
you, man! That's
all of
hockey.
all of those movies are good.
That
And
shit's
yeah,
awesome.
you're betraying your country, man.
Flying
It's
V,
the hockey.
motherfucker.
It's the hockey man.
Yeah, but it was the Anaheim Ducks, right? That
So,
was the
Doesn't
whole.
matter.
It was in
doesn't matter.
California. It was set up in
It doesn't
California.
matter. It's
Doesn't
still the
matter.
hockey.
Still hockey.
Absolutely nothing
What?
new.
It's
Worse
a
formula.
Disney movie. What the fuck do you expect?
Oh Lord, Omar, what was your most hated, reviled, worst movie that you've ever watched?
I almost walked out of Zoolander, but I've learned to appreciate that movie.
You
So I
have
like it.
no cinematic taste, sir.
I like it. I'm
said
saying
good
I
day.
like it. I like it.
Don't do that. Are you gonna?
I actually think that the worst movies I've seen are both Dumb and Dumber
Oh fuck you.
and Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay, I can be okay with that one.
Again, you're revealing your terrible taste in cinema. My worst movie that I've ever seen in my entire life, it will probably be etched in the #1 spot until the day I die, because I never plan on seeing anything worse than Adam Sandler Going Overboard, his first movie that he did prior to Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. It is a big bag of wank. No one deserves to see that.
I'm sure the Medea movies are bad and
Yeah, they are.
a lot of those, but I've never seen them.
And that's why, Omar, I'm proud to announce tonight that the month of November will be Tyler Perry month. No, Tyler Perry.
Who is Tyler Perry?
I am not doing this.
Medea.
No, fuck you. I'm not doing any of that shit.
No, we're doing the Batman thing, remember.
We're going to start with Medea
Oh,
Goes
is
to
it
Jail.
Batman? Are we doing Batman next month? Cool. Or November?
No, Bat month.
When did we decide this? What we're talking
Dude,
about?
like a week ago. Come on, bro.
Yeah. She was blazed.
I mean, I know we don't pay attention to Jason for anything, but it's Batman. Come on.
Oh, Lord. All right. So Kevin is having computer problems. I think that means that it's an ideal time to go ahead and wrap this show up.
Aw.
I want people to send us trivia questions. Help us stockpile a whole bunch of awesome trivia. Go ahead and send your questions right to me, not to these chuckleheads. Send your trivia questions to me at atw9k at simplysyndicated.com.
Kevin's back.
Is my audio
AT
back? Oh,
AT
wonderful.
Let me finish the damned address, people.
Nope.
atw9k
Dead.
at simplysyndicated.com.
Blap, blap, blap.
That's right.
Blap, blap, blap.
While you're over at simplysyndicated.com, which I know you are on a daily basis, why don't you check out some other cool podcasts and maybe even subscribe to Simply Everything? And when you do, for a very low price, you get lots and 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 lots of back episodes, not only of this show but of many, many others.
Can I recommend movies you should see? Because that show was awesome, especially at the beginning when with Richard, Mike Dawson, and Allison, all of them together. It was awesome.
And Craig Bevan, don't forget Craig.
And the Bevs. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tristan O'Field. Don't forget Tristan.
Tristan O'Field. Yeah. They weren't all on all the time, but you always had that Richard, Mike Dawson thing. And then, there was a divorce. It was ugly. But
we talk not about these things. Anyway, not only do you get all that, but you also help us out a little bit because it costs a little something to run all this stuff that we use. So if you like what we do, maybe you don't, that's fine. But if you do, if you like what you do, throw us a little bit of cash and get yourself something nice. That's
If you
right,
like what we do, not what they do.
That's what I said.
No, you said
That's
if you like what you do.
Shut up. Shut up, K-Dog Archiblam.
You're not making any sense tonight.
And I'm a little bit loopy at this point. We got to play some Overwatch. It's time. Daddy got to get his fix on. So with that, we're signing off and saying good evening, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
I said good day.
Later.